Hey, welcome back to Zombie Tactics. Today we're going to talk about the Skinny Medic, a small Molly first aid kit. We're also going to give away one of these. I should say Skinny Medic is going to give away one of these. Well, who's Skinny Medic? He's got a YouTube channel and he also has a website that he sells medical related gear through. It's called the Medical Gear Outfitters LLC website. You know the drill. There will be links to all of this stuff in the description box. So what is in this first aid kit that we're going to give away one of? First of all, let's talk a little bit about the theory here. This is not a trauma kit. Skinny Medic also makes trauma kits available through his website. You can check those out again in the links. But this is a general first aid kit. So we're not so much concerned about things like extreme trauma, knife wounds, bullet wounds, things like that, but far more common situations. Now that doesn't mean that this isn't a complete kit. It means that it is kind of made with a different idea in mind, more like things that you would experience in traffic accidents or sports-related injuries, things like that. And it's a pretty good kit for that purpose. Right off the bat, you do get the Condor EMT pouch, and you've seen these around. These are available, I don't know, somewhere around $12 or so, $12 to $15. And it's a pretty good kit. They're available in different colors. But like 6 different colors are available actually on the Medical Gear Outfitters LLC website. You can choose which one you want, and the contents will remain the same. The bag's good. It's got Molly on the front. It's got the ability to attach to Molly points on the back. Plenty of pockets and elastic loops and stuff inside for you to put things. The contents of the bag are not really laid out the way that I have them here. This is just the way that I've stuffed them in here for purposes of doing this video. So let's go through the contents one by one in no particular order. Right off the bat, I've got 2 triangular bandages, and these packages also come with safety pins in them. These are useful for a variety of things, everything from the traditional making a sling for a sprained or a broken arm. They're also good as improvised tourniquets. With a little bit of work, you can tie a knot around these, use a pen or something as a windlass, find something to hold it into place, and you can use these as a tourniquet. So they're far more useful than you might think at first gloss. Moving right along, good pair of EMT shears. I've tested these out. I don't know what brand they are, but they will in fact do the old, cut a penny in half, cut a quarter in half type of test, and they take a lick and keep on ticking. They're still working. So, pair of medical shears. We have a number of abdominal pads and things like that to use as pressure dressings or as part of a pressure dressing over some kind of a wound. Right off the bat, I've got 5 of these gauze sponges. They're sterile 4x4 inch gauze sponges. This is exactly the kind of thing that you would put over a serious scrape or a or some kind of a wound like that, or a cut, and use direct pressure to help that blood stop, and then maybe hold it in place with tape or something else. We've also got a couple of abdominal pads, so if you end up with a more serious wound, one that's got more bleeding, the abdominal pads will work in that case in a similar way. We've got cloth tape, a good sized roll of it. I was over at the Walmart the other day taking a look and buying some tape for myself, and this is actually one of the larger rolls you'll find. There's several smaller ones. You could have cheaped out and used those just fine, but he went for the good stuff here, and you get a roll of this. I'm not going to unroll them on camera here, but you do get a couple of sets of nitrile gloves. This is primarily for your own protection, to keep bodily fluids and things like that off of you. If you do find yourself in a condition where you're treating somebody who you don't have personal knowledge of, and you want to help, make sure that you don't get exposed to hepatitis or HIV or something like that is a blood-borne illness that travels, easily, that's something you want to have handy, definitely. In addition to that, we've got 2 rolls of cling stretch bandage. These are, 3 inches by 12 feet rolls. That can be used for everything from, the traditional bandage, holding one of these pads into place. You get the idea. Moving right along, we have a number of products. Oh, almost forgot one of the more important ones here. This is handy to have, Quick Clot. Who doesn't love to have some Quick Clot handy? This is the 25-gram sports size. Very effective. You'd be surprised at what kind of bleeding you can stop with a 25-gram pad. Get this sucker tucked in on the wound, and it will stop bleeding pretty quickly, and then maybe use the gauze, the cling gauze, to hold it in place. You have some some triple antibiotic ointment, a couple of packages of that. You've got a couple of good old Band-Aids. Frankly, I'd throw a couple more of these in here if you got them lying around the house myself. Those are kind of almost an afterthought. Some what are called wound closure strips here, sometimes referred to as butterfly bandages. I just prefer to call them wound closure strips. These are a lot more handy than you'd think. Don't let their size fool you. This can, 2 or 3 of these can close a pretty good sized cut very effectively. In some cases, even more effectively than suturing could in a field situation. So, not to be overlooked for sure. I've got a bee sting or insect sting pain relief stick here. Relieving pain is a part of giving first aid. And along those lines, we've also got aspirin, ibuprofen, Tylenol. So we've got all 3 major kinds of medications that are usually used. The aspirin is aspirin, ibuprofen is ibuprofen, and the Tylenol, of course, is acetaminophen for pain relief. In addition to that, allergy relief, Benadryl, a generic packet of that. Don't discount the use of this either. This can also be used as a sleep aid. So to try to get somebody calmed down and get them comfortable, it might not just be for, wow, I'm allergic to something and I've got the sniffles or the sneezes. It could be an aid in getting somebody to relax a little bit or to help them get rest in a situation where that's what's called for. One more thing, we do have some alcohol prep pads. Obvious what these are for, to prep a wound before cleaning it, maybe to clean it out, things like that. So the question comes, and I'll take a picture of all of this stuff together, or show some other pictures, not sure which. The question becomes, all right, this is kind of a good basic first aid kit. Is it a good value for what you're getting, what are you getting for your money? Well, I went ahead and I checked at Walmart the other day while I was shopping for the cloth tape that I needed for something else, and I kind of got a good idea about what it would take to put these things together. Right off the bat, this bag is going to cost you about $12, $13. I've seen it for as much as $17 in some places. The Quick Clot, where'd it go? All by itself, there's another $12. Okay, good pair of shears is going to run you $5 to $7. The money starts to stack up pretty quickly, and then you get into these products here, which if you price them individually, which you kind of can't do, and I'll talk about that, are fairly inexpensive in and of themselves. And you might think, well, I could put a kit like that together myself. The problem is you'd have to do the following. You'd have to buy this in bulk in order to just get 2 of them. You'd have to buy this in bulk in order to get just 5 of them. You could probably find these in onesies and twosies quantities, but fairly expensively when you buy them in that. Same goes for the cling wrap gauze and the tape and all of these little package things. You can find, these little packages of Tylenol anywhere you want in any grocery store. The problem is, unless you buy them in bulk, the price gets to be prohibitive. So really, the answer is you either can't put together these things yourself for the price that you'd be paying for the medical kit from Skinny Medic, from Medical Gear Outfitters LLC, or if you did manage to put together a kit like this for close to the same price, you'd have to put significant effort into doing it, and it would end up overall costing you more because you'd have to buy bulk quantities of these things in order to get them at all, or enable to get them to the point where putting together a single one of these kits would be about the same price that you're going to pay from Medical Gear Outfitters. So, as a value, it's a very good value, and it's also going to save you the problem of having to go and hunt down all this stuff individually. You put together a list and make sure you got the right stuff. So good value. I'll let you check the price on the website because prices change, and I don't know when exactly you're gonna take a look at this. It's around $50 right now, a little bit less than that, but who knows what the price will be at the time that you're looking at this video. I think it's a good deal and a good way to start getting some kind of a medical gear in kit in order. There's enough room left in the bag that if you did want to begin augmenting this with more trauma kit type items, you could do so as well and make an even more complete kit for both general first aid as well as a ventilated operator or blowout kit, that type of thing. Skinny Medic also makes some trauma kits available. You want to check those out on his website. And we will be giving away one of these kits, not just the bag, but the whole kit. And here's how we're going to do it. You need to send me an email to zombietactics@gmail.com. The subject line has to read exactly as follows. FAK, that's First Aid Kit, giveaway, 2 words, first aid kit, FAK, giveaway, and then I want your guess right after that for a number between 1 and 100. So if your guess was going to be 50, you'd say FAK, giveaway, and then right after that, the number 50. That'll make it easy for me to sort through these things very easily. And I really want to do that because I have a suspicion based on previous contests that I've done that there will be a lot of entries. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. I'm actually thinking of it right now. And the person who is closest to that number will be the winner. If more than one person guesses it exactly, I'll put the names in a hat and I'll draw them out and we'll have a winner soon. I'll announce that to you directly and we'll put you in touch with Skinny Medic and he'll get one of these right on the way to you. That's Zombie Tactics for today. Doing a little bit of medical stuff, and we'll see you next time. As always, keep your powder dry and aim for the head. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.